Hi, it's Andy again, and with another week comes another sermon teaser, and this time out of the book of Nehemiah. Nehemiah was a man who lived about the same time as Ezra. Uh, we have two books that are in our modern Bible. Back in the original Hebrew text, these two books were combined into one, kind of the account of Ezra and then the account of Nehemiah, but since they occurred so close in proximity, time-wise, they were combined into one text. So basically, this is an extension of last week's look, and there's some parallels and some overlap between the two. Certainly, Nehemiah mentions Ezra coming and teaching and the people as they had returned. But Nehemiah led a third group, whereas Ezra led a second group back from exile. Remember, the people of Israel had long been forgotten, but the people of Judah in 587 BC had been taken into captivity. And now they were returning with Ezra the second wave, and then now Nehemiah the third wave, and this is approximately 445 BC. And yet when they returned, when Nehemiah returned, he took note of the wall. He took note of this wall that would be surrounding Jerusalem. The fortification for cities that would have been in the day was still in disarray. The text says that it would lay in ruins and that you could still see the fire-charred remains of the city gates. It was time to rebuild. But that rebuilding was more than just rebuilding. It was about restoring a community, and it was about another key word, that word being hope. See, as the exiles had returned, some 140 years since they had been taken into captivity, now nearly 100 years since the first exiles had come back to the homeland, they still needed hope, a new chance, a new opportunity. The temple was restored, the houses were restored, but they still needed to unify as a nation. And building a wall around Jerusalem would be the next step in that process. And they needed someone to lead that charge. And that someone was Nehemiah. So we'll be looking at Nehemiah and the effect he had, continuing what Ezra had started, and as they worked together to see just what God was up to in preparing a nation for the future. I hope you'll join us this Sunday.